reality, Plato actually gave the concept of allegory of caves. Now, this is written in book 7 of the Republic, which talks about identifying the theory of knowledge and what is actually reality. So, this concept of allegory of caves simply explains that the persons who do not have knowledge is someone who is kept as a prisoner in the cave facing the wall and who has not seen anything around in the world with just a fire at its behind. Now, how this actually happens is explained with this simple story. So, according to Plato, what happened was there were three of the friends who were born in a dark cave. Now, these three friends who were born in the dark cave were tied facing one of the walls, which was dark. Behind them was a fire, and the only thing that they could visualize on the wall was the shadows. People coming in, going out of the caves, only the shadows which used to fall in front of them in the wall was visible. If there are birds flying, only the bird shadow would be visible to them. And that was the only life that they witnessed. And this is the concept of reality that has been focus since last 2400 years of history, and his concept of this allegory of caves marks the basis for the ideas of justice, truth, and identifying the beauty. So what happens one day is these three people who were in this dark cave, one of them suddenly escapes out. Now, one of them, when suddenly escapes out, enters into the bright light. When he enters into the bright light and a daylight, he sees real creatures around. And now he is confused whether this is the real world or what I used to see as shadow was the real world. Finally, he realized that this is the real world. He could see the reflections in the water. He could see the reflections made by the sun. And at that time, he decided that I should go back and let my other two friends know about this, that what is the real world, and then I would be able to persuade them. So, once he was confident that this is reality, what I was so far seeing is shadow, he went back to the cave. Now, when he went back to that dark cave, the two of his friends which were there just laughed at him, considered him to be stupid. The reason being, this man who came from the bright light was unable to see the things in the dark, and he was not able to see the shadow now properly. And therefore, his friends thought that he is now much more stupid and we should not believe him. So, what this theory propounds actually is the masses are much more stubborn, much more ignorant to govern themselves. They keep on following the same path as they have been for the years. So this allegory of caves form the basis for the origin of knowledge, the problem of representation, realizing the concrete things under abstract forms, and identifying what actually is knowledge, what is reality. Now, this was one of the reasons that Socrates' ideas were not accepted by the people, and therefore the people of Athens finally thought of just revolting against the ideas of Socrates, and this whole story has been brought down by Plato in his concept of allegory of caves, which talks about the importance of knowledge, the theory of knowledge, and this is what is the gist of allegory of caves. Hope you enjoyed the lecture. Have a good day ahead.